Alrighty. Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the Brofict one, AJ. Happy Monday, September 29th, 2025. It's time for some Monday night football action, as we do have some doubleheaders going on today, and we will get started with the Jets and the Dolphins coming into this one. Dolphins slightly favored in this game. Wrong screen there. There we go. Dolphins slightly favored, 2.5 on this one. 43.5 is the total. Not working with a lot of straight bets today. Going to be parlaying a lot and doing some touchdown bets as well. I can't really get a feel for either team. I do think it's going to be kind of a shit show. Kind of a shit show in both games here. But Jets look like they're setting up to kick off. Dolphins wearing their NFL rivals jerseys. So those will be fun to watch tonight. And that one is in the landing zone. Will get taken out to about the 35. All right, both teams 0-3 here, and let's just be clear. They need something to turn around, especially for this Dolphins team, a team that we're already talking about as a team that might be on a fire sale, whose coach has a very, very warm seat. And, people are worried, and I'm a little bit worried too. It feels like they were starting to get back into the flow of things last week, but it's been a very slow progression for the Dolphins to start this season off as Tua lines up in the gun, Achane in the backfield with him, start getting some motions going. And a little trickery, but nothing too crazy. Achane will go for about 3 there. Second down coming up. And Mike McDaniel has been a very interesting guy, came off a very quirky when he first started as the head coach for the Dolphins, and then just continued with the quirkiness. They started putting up a shit ton of points on other teams, essentially daring teams to try to score as much as they could. And teams have had troubles and continue to have troubles keeping up with them. But that defense has continued to be very questionable for Miami. 2nd and 7, Tua in the gun. Go ahead, hand it to Achane again. This one, again, just for a couple of yards here. Going to be 3rd and long coming up. And I really don't know what it is about this Dolphins offense that isn't clicking. We had, how much fantasy points do you think Bo Nix is going to get? Jaden, brother, I don't got a lot of faith in Bo Nix, but I think it's going to be more than you think. That Bengals defense is absolutely atrocious. I'll talk about more of that when we get into commercial break before the next one kicks off. But 3rd and 5 coming up. Tua in shotgun, got trips down low. Waller with a motion. Tua sets back, hits Waller mid-stride for the first down and a little bit more. I forgot Darren Waller was on the Dolphins. Nice for him to get healthy again. But, oops. Don't want that. So the Dolphins are trapped in an oil spill, and uniforms are horrible. NFL's always going to be looking for ways to try to bring more money in, even though it seems impossible that they could bring more money in. And I don't know who, but I guarantee you someone is buying that jersey and repping that. But yes, it is funny to think about Dolphins in an oil spill, isn't it? Ooh, Tua's getting out of trouble and throws a hospital ball to Waller. And that gets broken up. 2nd and 10 coming up. And, it's funny. I was talking with my dad the other day and, about how there's always a phrase or something that comes around with, the NFL season. Like, oh, really big 3rd down here, Bill, or I don't know, Jim, or something like that the announcers continue to say over and over again. It really feels like this year is hospital ball. And I will say, fun to say, and that was Ollie Gordon II, my bad, not Darren Waller, getting thrown that hospital ball. But it's fun to say. It's a lot less scary than death ball, as Achane will go ahead and break off a couple here. 3rd and mid coming up. Death ball, that sounds bad, but hospital ball, it just sounds like the quarterback doesn't know what he's doing. And that does seem to be the case most times. And the Jets defense playing really solid here to start off. Again, if I'm Miami, I know we want to start that run, but I would just go ahead and start attacking for looking for those chunk plays and that was how their bread and butter a couple of years ago was just chunk play after chunk play and then hand the ball off. Ooh, as Tyreek gets his first look of the day, that'll be completed for a 1st and 10. And, Tyreek, one of the more interesting guys coming into this season. I mean, yes, you can go ahead and probably spend the next 2.5 hours of this football game talking about his off-field life. But on the field, it seems like he understands that he needs to be a different type of a receiver now. Yes, he is still fast, one of the faster ones in the league, but he really needs everything else in his game to be as sharp as his speed, which has been declining the last couple seasons. As they look for a little end around to Tua, there was some options open. I don't know what Tua was looking at, but he will throw that ball away. 2nd and 10 coming up. And there's Mike McDaniel. And, Max. Do I think DJ Moore could be traded? Like in fantasy? Yeah, sure. I think there's some value there. Like NFL-wise from the Bears, I don't know why the Bears would get rid of him. Oh, IRL? I don't know, Max. I don't know. It doesn't make sense that they'd get rid of him, especially if things are starting to go in the right direction. But then again, it is the Chicago Bears, so he's probably getting moved next week. I know they don't, but still. Okay, Tyreek breaks off a nice one there to save to 3rd and short coming up. Connor, yeah, I watch college. I watch college all the time. And a nice little screen pass there. And listen, if that's what you need to do to get Tua's confidence up, I'm all game for it. I'm all here for it. And it's frustrating. We see it with Tua sometimes of like that greatness and how good he can be. But everything else just, he'll get that ball out quick. That was a lot of coverage on Waddle, it looked like. We got 4th and 3 coming up. We'll see what the Dolphins decide to do here as they're about midfield. Oh, Max, yeah, you need the fit-ins to... You need anything for Tua right now. And Connor, I'll get back to you tomorrow. My film day's tomorrow. Fourth and 3 coming up. And they will get the kick up, and it is good. Dolphins on the board first, 3-0, 10:51 left. Not a bad first drive from the Dolphins. I mean, I would love to sit here and say, wow, this Jets defense is really, they're really looking stouch early, but I can't go with that because, I mean, Tua with a couple of bad decisions. I don't know, again, what he was seeing, but it doesn't make sense. If he loses to the Jet, might as well put in Quinn. I like the way you think, Max. I want to see how he plays. But yeah, Dolphins on the board first here, 3-0. We'll see how Justin Fields in this offense will look coming out of the gates. Justin Fields, one of those quarterbacks where, especially early this season, the first couple of weeks, it felt like he found the right system with Aaron Glenn and with what the Jets were putting together. And everything was looking a little bit better until it wasn't. And now the Jets are 0-3. And I mean, they look damn good against that, that opening game against the Steelers. A little animosity on both sides there, definitely. And then to get whopped by the Bills and then lose in heartbreaking fashion to the Buccaneers. This Jets team could be ready to go. And I'm excited to see what Justin Fields will do. Swift and Jamar for Bijan and Sharps? Yeah, I would send that. Anyway. Sorry, I'm trying to find something. All right. Here we go. But, man, if the Jets defense can come out here and look, just have, I don't know, a little bit of oomph behind it, then I think this could be actually a very exciting game for what people were kind of calling shit bulls today. Bill or the Charbs? I'd probably go Bill. I like what he's been doing. But, I mean, honestly, I want to see the Jets start off fast and start off quick. This Dolphins defense hasn't been good the last couple of years and really doesn't look like it's improved a lot this year. That secondary has more holes than Swiss cheese. And, I mean, a defensive line that looks like sometimes it could give less of a shit if they can get to the quarterback or not. But we'll see how the Dolphins defense can react to Justin Fields. And if they'll let Justin Fields, do his thing, get out of the pocket, and start moving around. Justin Fields looking ready and dialed in as we get kickoff from the Dolphins. This one will land in the end zone, but it will be returned. Getting it past the 20. A nice cut there, and then the turf monster came up. Davis will get about the 24-ish, 26-ish, but there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Craig Rolstad is our referee today. Landing zone graphics helpful too. No, it doesn't help with the fact that the kickoff still looks dumb, and it completely took away the onside kick. All right, Brian, you got Wilson first TD. Bro, I'll ride. Can I get it? Oh, they'll just let me do anytime right now. Bummer. All right, hey, let's cash in anytime then. Let's ride, Brian. Let's ride. Garrett Wilson. Come on, baby. Honestly, let's just do it first play. Bomb to Garrett Wilson. Cash money, baby. Let's do it. Illegal block by the receiving team. First down and a loss of some yardage. Oof, that's a rough way to start it off for the Jets. Don't like to have flags, and especially don't like to have flags on special teams. Brian, it would be, but just watch right here. Let's see it. Come on, it would be a 90-yard bomb. Let's do it. If I'm the Jets, and I get coming out and scripting plays and stuff, but especially with the Jets coming out in the power eye here. I mean, okay, they'll motion out, but still, I don't know why teams don't do that. You see them do it like on big chunk plays on second down, like they're 2nd and 1 or something, and they'll take a shot. As Hall will get about 6 on that. Just a nice run up the gut. But, I mean, first down on the first play of the game on offense, shit. Let's air one out. Let's just air one out. But you got to establish the run. I get it. Okay, I get it. You got to establish the run. But we could have some fun with it. All right, Justin Fields, 2nd and 4 coming up. Jets are going to get away with a false start there. As Hall with a nice, heavy run. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Braylon Allen. Excuse me. And, that's one thing that's got to be haunting fantasy owners. Okay, drop it in the chat. Let's talk. But, Braylon Allen and Breece Hall, 2 very talented running backs, and the Jets have been using him as a 2-headed monster, which makes sense. As Justin Fields' pocket is collapsing, he'll get out and he'll start scrambling and run a little bit. He'll get about 5, maybe 6 on that one. Jets keeping the ball moving forward. You'll like to see that. Oh, Ian Yee. I would go with Stafford. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Stafford a lot more than Purdy right now. And Purdy looked like trash yesterday. All right, Justin Fields, let's see what we can do here, bud. Get us our Garrett Wilson first touchdown. And I'll hand it off to Hall this time. And he'll pick up the first down. Whew. Brian, I am unfortunately an Arizona Cardinals fan. And then when the Cardinals upset me, I'm a Bears fan. And when the Bears upset me, I open a beer. Trade Pickens, Garrett Wilson, Mixon, Genty for Gibbs, Moore, Jordan Mason, and Brown. Solid 0-3 right now, too. Aye. So you're just feeling something needs to change? I don't know. I think Genty's going to start getting it going. Same with Mixon. He's got to get going eventually. All right, Justin Fields in the gun, 1st and 10. He'll drop back. He'll air it out. And he'll get it to Hall. So it's just, hey, we're just going to use our running backs in every aspect of the game in this first drive. until the last play, Brian, of the drive when they throw a touchdown to Garrett Wilson. Let's go. Hey, Jags are looking good. Trevor Lawrence might actually be that generational talent you all have been trying to convince us about. Which, I mean, I was on that bandwagon, but, bruh, he's been killing me. All right, 2nd and 5 coming up. Hall on the sideline. Power I. Go ahead, get it to Braylon Allen as he runs it up the gut. Gets the first down and a lot more. Crosses midfield to the 40. Whoo! The Jets said, okay. All right, Dolphins. Here's the game we're going to play. Try to stop the run. Try your best to stop this run because we don't think it's going to happen. And so far, I would keep betting that it's not going to happen. And this is nice. The Jets have been efficient. They've been getting the first downs. They've been taking time off the clock. I mean, I can't believe I am talking this highly of a Jets offense right now. I know it's the first drive, and I've been caught before. Let's not forget that that Bears opening drive in the season. But hey, they're not bad right now. Justin Fields with the scramble again. Goes to the 30. He'll slide it about the 20, about the 27, and he'll pick up another first down. Whew. Just trade Ladd for Benson. Ooh, JP. Trade Benson's about to eat, bruh. He's about to eat. Even though the Cardinals bring me nothing but sadness. That was such a miserable way to spend my Thursday night. And then just for them to come back a little bit for that ball to be kicked short. I'm obviously not bitter about that or that stupid rule. But we had that. Anyway. Justin Fields in the gun, 1st and 10. Got guys on either side of him. Let's see what they decide to do here. And you guessed it. Ooh, RPO. Justin Fields will keep it, run it up the gut. Get about 4 on that. 6:15 left to go. Has been a very efficient drive and a great time killer for the Jets. And I know you don't want to eat up clock too early, and we don't want to be looking at clock management this early in a game. But, hey, do what you got to do. I love it. Put that pressure on the Dolphins. They really couldn't get anything moving too well on the offensive side. So the Jets are going to put some pressure on them. I like it. Fields in the gun again. Justin Fields changes his play at the line. 2 seconds on the play clock. They'll get it off in time. Ooh, Allen not getting a lot there. Maybe a yard, but at least getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up. Brian, I know, bro. We just need one. Just need one pass. All right. 2nd down. And that clock is still ticking. 5:11 now left in the first quarter. And they will, you guessed it, hand the ball off again. This time to Diggs? Is that who I saw? Holy shit. No, Davis. My bad. I was about to say, who the hell is named Diggs on the Jets? 3rd and 5 coming up for your New York Jets. This is where you take a shot to the end zone to Garrett Wilson. Jets do look like they're dominating. We'll see if they can hold on to it. I mean, very good first drive. You got to be feeling good about Justin Fields and what he's seeing and how he's running that ball. But we also haven't seen a single wide receiver be used, I don't believe. Ooh, and they'll take a delay a game? Ooh, that was bad. That was bad management there. Very bad time in clock management. And I mean, Justin Fields has been around long enough now. Like, bro needs to know when the clock's ticking. All right, 1st and 15 coming up. Isn't that 2nd and 15? I'm confused now. And it looks like Monday Night Football's confused too. 1st and 14. I don't know. I missed something. Justin Fields drops back, looking to pass. Can't get it off, and will throw it away. Must have been good coverage downfield. We do have a flag coming up after a player's helmet for the Jets, a lineman for the Jets, his helmet came off. So we'll see if that flag is related or not. Fabian, I like DK and Mark for Pittman and Scad. Scadaboo has been awesome to watch. All right, what is it? Get a hold there and hands to the face at least. Yeah, with that helmet coming off. Maybe offsetting penalties. No, first and goal. Yeah, legal use of hands. 5 yards, first down. All right. Well, first and goal again for the Dolphins. Let's see if they can close it out here and get a ball to Garrett Wilson. But no, the way they're set up looks like they're running it. And they are going to run it. Hall getting that one, and he'll get about 4 on that. I would drop Higgins and Brown. I don't have any faith in Hollywood Brown at all. Brownie. All right, come on. Second and goal. Find Garrett Wilson. Then again, I don't think I see him. Is that him on the bottom? And we will run the ball again. Oh, it's fumbled. Fumbled at the line as he was going over. And that will be recovered by the Dolphins. Wow. Dolphins will get the ball at their 5 or 6. Hell of a play by this Dolphins defense, saving a touchdown from Braylon Allen there. Everyone getting to the ball. A peanut punch out before he touches the ground. Hell of a play from Jones on the Dolphins. Wow. Hey, first TD, we're still alive, brother. We're still alive, Brian. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was a great play by Jones and the Dolphins defense in general, keeping everyone moving to the football, seeing the runaway and getting off of those blocks to go ahead and try to get that stop, which they did there. Now, what is Tua going to do with it? What is Tua going to do with it? What is the Dolphins' offense going to do here? Because from what I saw in that first drive, outside of that pass to Waller, nothing else really looked crisp. And Tyreek had a nice one, but I don't know. When you watch the Dolphins play football, everything just looks harder. You know what I mean? Everything just looks more difficult for them than it should. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like watching them play football, it looks like it's hard for them. Like they're not ready, like they didn't prepare or something is wrong, but I don't know what it is. It just feels like everything is a little bit harder for them. And maybe it's because of everything coming off the field and everything. I know Diana Rossini was talking yesterday and mentioned, it was yesterday or Friday, and mentioned something along the lines of, yeah, no, there's shit going on with the Dolphins. It's not out yet, but stay tuned, y'all. So I think we will be getting something out of Miami that kind of not explains how bad they've been playing, but just kind of more explains where the disconnect is. And, this is something similar to what we saw a couple years ago with Stephon Diggs and the Bills, and how him and Josh Allen just didn't seem on the same page. It seemed like whatever was happening behind the scenes was a little bit more than what was happening on the field. And, now Stephon Diggs is no longer with the Bills, on his third team since, and Josh Allen couldn't be happier. And he's just getting the ball to everybody who's open. And you got to love that. But I don't know. We'll see what Tua and the boys can do here. Where is the line at? Is this moved at all? I doubt it's moved at all. Baby. Dolphins 2.5-point favorites. Jets plus the 120. I don't know. I'm kind of liking that. All right, Tua in his own end zone in the shotgun, 1st and 10. And they will try to get the ball to Gordon for a run, and he'll get about a yard on that. Man, hell of a punch. They just showed the replay again. That was a hell of a punch out. Do not get to see those often. Big Hood Dog, yeah, dude. That was insane. That was a hell of a play. And just effort, not giving up. That's what you want to see if you're that Dolphins defense. Give your boys a chance. 2nd and 9. We'll see what Tua can do with it. Tua drops back. Fires to Hill, and Hill will get the first down. Or are they calling it in short? Depends where they're spotting this ball. They are not signaling for a first down, so it looks like he's going to be called just a little bit short. That's a bad spot. And they did go ahead and give him the first down there, 1st and 10. I wonder if that was an expedited review. Dude, yeah, they're making him look dumb with that run game. 3 seconds on the play clock. Tua gets it off in time. And they will give the ball back to Achane. Ooh, Achane looked like the ball got a little loose, but no, it's good. He'll pick up about 7 or 8 on that. I think I'm finally going to pull the trigger on Jets money line. Right? Jets money line just makes sense. Doesn't it? Does it? Mike McDaniel, 4-2 against the Jets in his career. All right, 2nd and 4. Bet they run the ball here. And they run the ball here. And they'll get the first down and a little bit more from Achane. Very, very nice. But we do have a flag on the play. Oh, no. Who is that going to be against? Holding. Offense. Bring it back. Thanks for the run, Achane, but oh no, holding on the Jets defense. Wow. So pick up some extra yardage after that. Well, yeah, it's so high. Because they didn't score, bro. They didn't score. If they would have scored, they probably would have flipped, but not in the Dolphins. I mean, right now, the Dolphins offensively running efficiently. Jets having a hard time really stopping anything. But if the Jets, if the Dolphins can keep doing this and grinding it out, that might work too. 2nd and 9. Tua in the gun. He'll drop back. Ooh, O-line for the Dolphins. Not doing much help, but he scrambles, finds Tyreek Hill. And Tyreek with the first down. Tyreek looking rejuvenated today. Looking like a new man. All right. End of the first quarter. Dolphins up 3-0 as we flip sides after that Tyreek Hill first down. And if you're Miami right now, dude, yeah, he's looking nice. Oh. I got you now, bro. But no, dude, Tyreek is looking really good right now. And, when I guess he just has these games, and maybe, with where he's at in his career, we just need to expect this out of Tyreek Hill a little bit more, that, he'll have big games, but then he'll have games where he just absolutely disappears. Oh, McCormick in the chat. What is good, brother? I had a great weekend. I hope you did too, man. And I hope you're having a good Monday. And while we're in commercial, do just want to take a moment. Shout out to everyone watching here on YouTube. Here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, and TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit that like button, hit the follow buttons. Does help us out a lot more than you know. Dude, I think the Jets will be fine. I like what they're doing. That defense needs to get a little bit more tough, though. The Jets defense initially looked like they had answers for the Dolphins and for Tua, but I mean, this second drive has just kind of shown that neither defense is very interested in stopping the run or trying to figure out how to stop that run. And so, I don't know, man. Another perfect anytime touchdown parlay yesterday, McCormick. Brother, you got to start sending me those. You got to start sending me those. Nice. Way to be, McCormick. Seahawks, Steelers, and Jets parlay. I like that big dog. Big hood dog. I'm pulling for you, brother. I like the Jets. Verno, yeah, I would run with that trade. I like Trey Benson and Pittman. But, I mean, listen, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm keeping doing what we were doing at the end of the first quarter there. Let's run that ball with Achane. Let's get the ball to Tyreek in open field and see what he can do. Oh, the tie? Did the tie upset you, McCormick? I think everyone was very upset with that. That's rough, dude. Oh, Vernon, I misunderstood. Yeah. If you got Flowers, Wilson, and Nico, you're fine at wide receiver. And Josh Downs is someone nice to have on your bench. All right. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. Tua under center. Tyreek Hill on the bottom. Playing a zone. And the Dolphins will throw this one to Tyreek, get him into open field, and now he is loose. He turned on the Jets there and really opened it up. Nice, big gain from the Dolphins there. And, you know, questionable play call there by the Jets defense. I don't know why you're letting Tyreek Hill just go ahead and unmarked essentially in zone. And you only have you got 3 guys helping him out on that zone because you're buying into that run quick. I mean, I don't know. I hope they learned their lesson there because you cannot allow Tyreek Hill in the open field. Dolphins getting some motion going. Oh, it's fumbled! Bad snap, fumbled. Ollie Gordon II will jump on it and save it. Dolphins will lose about 4 or 5 on that one. Unsure if it was a bad snap. Let's see this replay again. Yeah, high snap. Tua couldn't ring it in. Whoo, good scramble there, though. Oh, no. It's no one. Sorry, bro. That sucks. All right. 2nd and 14 coming up now for the Dolphins. We will see if they're able to do anything here. Effectively knock themselves out of field goal range with that. And they'll get about 3 on that one. Fighting back. Still not where this set of downs started. 3rd down and long coming up. So, you know, the Jets fumbled and gave it to the Dolphins. They might be able to think that fumble and Tua and hold them here. Okay, they'll give them all 10. They'll give them all 4 back. So 3rd and 10 coming up. All right. Tua barking orders at the line. They're all spread out. No one in the backfield to help out Tua in the gun. Tua will launch one down to Waddle, and he'll be good for that 1st down and a little bit more. Tua looking strong right now, looking like a competent quarterback. Or is this Jets defense really just that bad? I guess both things could be true, right? Not just one. I don't know, man. That was a nice catch by Waddle and great, you know, a little light coverage there, but if Waddle just starts blowing past you, I guess you're hoping that you have that safety help, but not that time. And, ooh, more trickery there. And they'll pitch it back to Washington. They'll get about 8 or 9 on that one. Yeah, this has been a very good drive for the Dolphins. Not only taking a lot of time off that clock, but efficiency, running the ball well, throwing the ball well. Wow, a little backhand right there. That was a nice little toss from Tua. He's feeling in his groove. Whoop. That was great. Oh, man, if Chris Collinsworth was watching this game, he would call him Patrick Mahomes so fast. They'll go ahead and give it to Washington again. He'll get the first down. First and goal coming up from about the 6. Let's see if the Dolphins can close out this drive with a tutty. Whew, that Jets defense looks tired. All right, first and goal coming up for 2 in the Dolphins. I think they're going to run the ball here, probably. Yep. Give it to Washington again, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else really. Second and goal coming up. Again, from the 6. Ooh. I mean, Kyle, I don't hate that. Theoretical win, absolutely. I like Gibbs and Ferguson a lot. All right, 2 in the, under center. Ooh, that play almost blown up. Achane will get the screen after faking the handoff, but he'll get about a yard on that one. Third and goal coming up. Can this Jets defense hold them? Hold them to just field goals? Or if you're the Dolphins, are you in, hey, we're already up? You know, why don't we go ahead and go for it here on 4th down, see if we can get it. If not, the Jets, it's essentially as good as a punt or the best kickoff. And it feels like a lot more teams have kind of been going with that mentality early this season. Tua gets the snap. Oh, and it's batted down. Batted down into his face. That D-line was on a mission to get to him, and they get a hand up. 4th and goal coming up for the Dolphins. And that was great. Just good early penetration there from the Jets D-line, and then being able to get up there, get that ball, get that hand on it. That's pretty. 4th and goal. What will the Dolphins do here? And they are going to go for it here on 4th and goal on their own 4. And the Jets D-line putting in that work. Ball's up! Ooh, was it good? I don't know. Did he get both feet? Darren Waller with the touchdown. It happened quick. I was watching the control of the football. I don't know if he got... I mean, he must have. Here's the replay. Has control. That's 1 foot. Wow. Incredible footwork from Darren Waller to get up in the air like that, make the catch, and still make sure you get 2 down. Wow. Great stuff. Sorry, Brian. I am so sorry, Brian. I really thought they were going to kick that field goal, take the points, but they're feeling selfish today. Which, honestly, like, you look at it the way that drive was going, you know what I mean? Pretty much walking right down the field after being able to get that turnover. That fumble. And if I'm Mike McDaniels, yeah, I think I would go for it too. And I mean, I like that move. I think that's a good play call. It's aggressive, which I think you want that. But not only that, you know, you want to talk psychologically, you know, it's Tua knowing now, my coach believes in me. He knows that I can get down here and get it done with the boys. And that's what the Dolphins did. That was a very nice drive from them. And I really like the decision of going for it there on 4th. Again, sorry, Brian. Lad for Breece Hall. I think Lad is going to do better for you over the season in general, but yeah, Breece Hall's having a nice game. As we're in commercial break, don't we have that other game starting soon? Bengals, Broncos. It's at 5:15, so we got 15 minutes. Broncos, 7.5-point favorites Minus 480 on the money line. Where's the public at on this one? Yeah, 67% of the bet, 74% of the money coming in on the Broncos. Not real shocking there. I don't know. It seems a little high. And fair enough, the neither team has looked good. The Broncos offensively, Bo Nix looking like he's back in college, which isn't a good thing in general. But the Bengals, like everyone was kind of excited about Jake Browning, thinking that he was going to be able to really step in and take control. But, he kind of had that adrenaline rush, I think. And then, he's sitting there preparing all week. And I don't know, maybe it was just too much for him in that first game when he was the full-on starter. And maybe he's adapted now. But, it's tough. It's tough with the Bengals. It's tough with them. And, the Broncos just haven't, Sean Payton came in that first year and really, that second year after getting rid of Russell Wilson and had everything figured out. But he had Bo Nix on such a short leash last season. He wasn't trying to make passes over 15 yards, 10 yards for that matter. And it seems like Sean Payton's opened up the playbook for him a little bit more here now. And it seems like so far, Bo Nix hasn't been able to make those adjustments and really get in there and be a change in that team, and is actually starting to hurt them. And that defense, I don't know what the hell's going on with the defense. Plus 360 Bengal money line. Yeah, that is insane. That is insane, but I don't know, big dog. You got faith in the Bengals? I know that's insane, but you got faith in them right now with the way they've been playing? And again, that defense is atrocious. That defense has been atrocious since Joe Burrow got there. It's almost as bad as that O-line. As the Jets will take this one out to about the 26th. We'll see Justin Fields and the boys take the field again. But, and the Bengals are so funny. Like, my point exactly. But, the Bengals are frustrating because, yes, they do have, one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Joe Burrow. They do have incredible wide receivers in T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. We have a timeout on the field. Looks like an injury timeout. Ooh. Helmet's off. That's not looking good. But, they got some nice pieces and stuff. And then they continue to try to mess it up. And it's impressive. Again, all of that bullshit this summer with, the contracts of Trey Henderson and, I can't remember his name right now. But all of that nonsense. And then, coming out kind of flat like that. Even in those wins with Joe Burrow, they didn't look good. That defense still looked bad. McCormick in the chat. Have zero faith in the Bengals whatsoever. They're horrible, and now that Burrow is gone. Yeah, it is. It is, man. And, I, as a Cardinals fan, as someone who was, had Larry Fitzgerald his entire career, I remember thinking towards the end, like, bro, why don't you just go win one? I would understand if you wanted to go and win a Super Bowl. And, Bengals fans, I think it's time for them to start getting there with Burrow. It'd be great if he stayed here his entire career, but what have the Bengals done to help out? Seriously, what have the Bengals done to help out Joe Burrow and this team at all? Resign, pay his friends a shit ton of money. Cool, but nothing else is really happening with them. Nothing. They keep trying to rebuild this O-line every offseason, and it somehow gets less competent because the boys aren't all playing together all the time. And it's another new squad. Man. Then the defense is just it's so bad. It gives me nightmares. Like, when I watch film, like, I dread watching Bengals games because I have to watch that defense play again. For real. Like, it's bad. But we'll see if they can change that around today, huh? And listen, if there is a quarterback that you would want to go against to get your defense kind of, feeling good about themselves, I'd pick Bo Nix. That's a great quarterback to get a pick or two off of. I'm with you, McCormick. No, he is an all-time Cardinal. Always has been, always will be. He's such a dog. And he's still so helpful he's still around the community and everything. Like he doesn't need to be doing that, but he's still out there. Oh, hey. That was a bad knee injury there. My God. And they're just going to keep showing that replay. My goodness, I'm good. I've messed up my own knee enough times. I do not need to see someone else do it. Hey. The moment I saw the guy land on his leg, I'm like, yeah, that's... And they're still showing it in slow motion now. Thank you. Tuna over on Rumble. He might be in on Chad Powers. And let me tell you, I am very in on Chad Powers. I think that looks hilarious. Alrighty. Ball carrier down was the ruling on the field. Are they saying he maybe fumbled it because he broke his leg in half? All right, play it stands. Thank God. God, T's and P's. I didn't even see who got injured there. But T's and P's, hopefully it's not as bad as it looks, but that looked really bad. Oh, Braylon Allen, Jesus. Poor guy. All right, Jets hand the ball off. This one to Hall, and Hall breaks one off early here. Breaks a big one, gets about to midfield. That's a nice way to respond after that. And I mean, a good run, great hole there, and then just kicked it outside. Almost beat the safety out. Bro, I know that was rough. That was rough. All right, Fields, he'll pitch it to Hall this time. Hall trying to get on the outside, but he'll cut back in and get about 3 or 4 on that. He knows he had room to get big, but tripped up, causing him to stop. Okay, Allen walking around, it looks like. Okay, and he's standing on the sideline. So hopefully it's not as bad as that video looked, but that was a rough replay. Justin Fields will drop back. He's under a lot of pressure. He's going to scramble, try to get loose, but he's going to get caught about 2 yards, 3 yards back. It's going to be about 2nd and 9, 3rd and 9, or 3rd and 8 coming up. And disappointing, the Jets really seemed like they had momentum and had that, that tempo and everything going in the first half. Well, in their first drive. And then with that fumble, just kind of, I guess, taking it out of them, and they were off the field for a long ass time. Because that Miami offense was just rolling, baby. Hey, McCormick, that's rough. The Fields drops back. Ooh, and he'll get a ball off. It is a first down. Minkah Fitzpatrick looking for offensive pass interference, but doesn't look like he's going to get it. Yeah, 1st and 10. Where was he down? Oh, that's a good spot. Had the Dolphins score a TD. Well, threw the ball up to Darren Waller in the end zone on 4th and goal. It was pretty. All right, Justin Fields under center. Got Hall in the backfield. We do have a flag on the play, and Justin Fields will throw that away. Flags on both sides. We'll see what comes up. Dude, I know. Yeah, Darren Waller's on the Dolphins. Isn't the NFL crazy? I forgot he was on there, too, until I saw him in the first drive, and I was like, oh, shit, that's right. He moved over there. Good for him. Ooh, illegal shift on the Jets. That is rough. And the Jets continuing to hurt themselves here. 1st and 15. Did he not get set? No, he didn't get set, and he started running up field. Ooh, looks like Dolphins may have left early there, but they're not going to call it. Fields scrambling again, and he'll get maybe a yard on that one. 1st and 15. Second and 14 going to be up. Not pretty. Get up with me. Thank you for the follow. AJ for Adunze? Nah, dude, I'd be rolling with AJ. Or, I mean, I don't like both of them, honestly. If you're going with both of them, I don't know. Can you do anything else? All right, 2nd and 13 coming up for the Jets here. And that should clearly be a false start on the Dolphins, it looks like. Or are they going to try to get the center there? Because the Dolphins are trying to argue that someone on the Jets moved. And that would be rough. Encroachment on the defense. Oh, neutral zone infraction. Excuse me. Big Hood Dog over on TikTok. That's got to be one of the best things I've heard said about Jalen Hurts in a long time. And I couldn't agree more. All right, Justin Fields, 2nd and 8. You guessed it. We got another flag. False start on the Jets. So we'll move that ball back. 2nd and 14 coming up. Or 2nd and 13. Nixon Stroud. I mean, it's a keeper league, so depending on who's available, I mean, if you want a young kid, I don't hate what Cam Ward's doing. His tape speaks for himself. It's just not really converting to anything that's working. Nice pass from Fields to Wilson, and Wilson will shave a tackle and get upfield a little bit more for some yak. 3rd and manageable coming up. I mean, if Jared Goff's available, I doubt he's available. Baker Mayfield, love that guy. Matthew Stafford, love that guy. I don't hate what Geno Smith's doing. I just hate how many interceptions he's got. And then, hey, Sam Darnold, look at him. He seems to have it working in Seattle. Trust me, I had to watch Thursday night. All right, 3rd and 5 coming up for the Jets. Let's see if they can get something moving here. Keep this momentum going and just stop making stupid mistakes. All right, we do have a flag on the play, probably a holding. Justin Fields will try to find Hall, and he won't. We'll see what this flag is. Whew. Yeah, I hope so, brother. We'll see. Garrett Wilson's looked fine tonight, but hasn't gotten a lot of action. Another illegal shift? Are you kidding me? Decline the penalty. That'll be a 4th down. Coming up for the Jets. They're in field goal range. Oh, yeah, he never got set. 4th and 5. Jets are going to go for it. I mean, I don't know if they're actually going to go for it. It doesn't feel... I mean, unless you feel like your defense really can't get any stops and you need to get points now. Wouldn't be surprised if they get to the line and try to just make them jump. No, they'll go for it here. Bringing a lot of pressure, and ball goes loose. Justin Fields drops it, recovered by the Dolphins, and the worst scenarios continue to happen for the Jets. Fumbling the ball, trying to get across the goal line. Fumbling in the ball on 4th and 5 in field goal range. Oh, and Justin Fields looks sad. Poor kid. But yeah, he just lost that ball. got it picked up. And I mean, the Dolphins are going to be starting on the Jets side of the field. So this could turn into some serious points for the Dolphins here. And especially the way they were running that offense in the beginning of the late first quarter, beginning of the second quarter. Good tempo. They were able to take a lot of time off the clock. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for something, try to continue that. Damn. It really was, dude. It really was. It could not, you would rather take the sack. You'd rather take the sack, and they would at least be starting on their side of the 50. So that is rough. But we'll see. We'll see if the Dolphins, if this Jets defense can come up with any stops. They've been close, and they almost had that stop in the red zone, but then they went for it on fourth down. So, man, that's rough. Yeah, ball on the Jets 43 when we come back. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Who's worse, Jets, Titans, or Saints? The Saints. And I say the Saints because with the Tennessee Titans, listen, the Titans are moving in the right direction. And the final score doesn't show it. The on-field might not show it all the time. That defense certainly needs a hell of a lot of help. But listen, if you watch Cam Ward's tape, it's great. It's great. And you don't see it a lot out of a first-year rookie. And I know we've talked about that with Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud. And I know people wanted to put that narrative together with Michael Penix. But for real, everything that he's done the last couple of weeks has been, by the book. If you're writing a quarterback, you're writing a quarterback book. He's reading the defense perfectly, making the adjustments at the line he needs to. And then when he drops back, he knows he doesn't have a lot of time with that O-line. He's still making good reads and making good decisions. I really like what I'm seeing out of the Titans. And so, no, I don't think the Titans are the worst. I think they're slowly getting better, and they are one of the few teams that actually committed to a full rebuild. And so, yeah, it's going to be some growing pains, but no, I think the Saints are the worst team. Because listen, Sure. Spencer Rattler's played fine, and everyone's on the Saints has played fine. But even if they make the playoffs this year, what the hell are they going to do next year? The year after that, they're still in cap hell. As Dolphins will go ahead and hand the ball off to Washington, getting some reps. The Jets say no thank you. We will go ahead. 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, they should have taken that field goal. And 4th and 5 near midfield, I don't like that at all. Yeah, that was a great defensive scheme coming up from the Dolphins there on that replay. Hey, big dog, let's not get negative yet. Pick 6 real quick. That changes a lot of things. As they try to get Tyreek Hill with a screen, with a little bubble pass, and that ain't going to work. So 3rd and 9 coming up. Come on, big dog. Come on, bro. Let's stay positive here. Third and 9 coming up. 3:10. So still a lot of time, too. All right, 3rd and 9. Dolphins 3 and 5 on 3rd down conversions today. Jets 2 and 3. All right, Tua dropping back. Got some time. Throws the ball to Tyreek Hill, and he will. Oh, man, he'll stay on his feet, and he's still going. Whoo! 1st and 10 coming up for the Dolphins. All right, Brian, Troy Franklin. Let's ride, brother. Let's ride. Troy Franklin at a K plus a K? Yeah, let's do it. As we do have another Jet down on the defensive side of the football. Oh, I know it's not gambling advice. Let's have some fun, though. Believe me, Brian, if I wanted to keep my money, I would just not bet. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. And plus, I'm not one of those guys that, will yell at a player because they don't make a free throw or, curse out his buddy for a bad pick. My God. Which also, if you're interested in the Ryder Cup at all, tune in tomorrow night when I'll be discussing our weekend reactions to not only everything NFL and college football, but also to the Ryder Cup and how the Europeans really wanted to have their cake and eat it too. And they're just a bunch of hypocrites at some point. Anyway, that'll be a fun talk tomorrow. Oh, I got to get my double screen going. Let's go. Watching multi-view? Yeah, I think so. As we're in Mile High. And, usually I would say, Mile High, Broncos really have an advantage here, but I don't know recently. All right. We'll be back and forth between the games, don't you worry. As we are set for kickoff, Broncos will be kicking, Bengals receiving, and we're underway at Mile High. A solid return coming out to about the 30-31, depending where they down it. All right, Jake Browning. Also, Brian, I actually agree with that take spot on. FSU doesn't seem like a bad school to me. I think they're solid. I do. I don't think they're, back a couple of years ago when they should have made the playoff good, but they're still solid. I think it was a touchdown too. But yeah, I don't think anyone really wants that UCLA job. All right, Jake Browning will drop back for his first pass of the day. And it's far off. My God. College football week 5 has been the best weekend. Oh, so far, absolutely, Road Dog. And Road Dog in the chat. What's good, brother? Update. I don't blame you. And the Dolphins get another one off to, who's that, to Washington again? Washington getting a lot of usage tonight. But another fourth down coming up for the Dolphins, 4th and 10. Oh, man, what are the Dolphins going to do here? 2-minute warning comes up, so we will have to wait for that. All right, we'll stick with Bengals as Browning drops back again off that 1st and 10, and not a lot else going to come from it. Get maybe a yard on that. Nope, lose a yard on that, 2nd and 11. I get it, Brian. Man, but does anyone else, watch Jake Browning or Spencer Rattler or anyone, march onto that field and just think, God, the Giants are the biggest assholes in the world. They just have Jameis Winston on their bet. They're not going to play him this year unless Jackson Dart gets injured and Russell Wilson gets injured. Okay, and a nice little pass there, a little screen, but hey, it'll get positive yardage. There's a flag on the play, though. Chase Brown will pick up those yards, but we'll see the flag. But it's like, dude, can someone please just send the Broncos a 4th or a 5th rounder and get Jameis Winston so I can watch their team play football? And again, he goes to the Bengals. I mean, I don't care how many games are left. Him and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins go for 5,000 yards. Easy. Maybe we should sign a petition demanding that the Giants trade. Oh, I guess, T's and P's to Mara, the Giants owner. He is battling cancer. So that sucks. Doesn't matter what team it is. So T's and P's there. Hope he gets well soon and can fight this one. I'm sure he can, but they do need to go ahead and sell. Not sell, but they need to sell Jameis Winston. All right, little QB sneak tush push action. 1st and 10 coming up for the Bengals, excuse me. Has not been pretty, but the Bengals are slowly marching towards midfield. It's all scripted. I know, Road Dog. All right. And Chase Brown will get another touch there. Pick up about 4 on that. But I mean, stuff like that happens where it's like, oh, well, why do the Giants have him? Like, for real, why do the Giants have him on their roster? They don't need him. They're not going to use him. But you're right, Road Dog. It's all scripted. Silly me. They're like, what team can we put him on that people will be really upset that he's not playing and won't play all season? Giants. There we go. All right. And we will see the first punt tonight coming from the Dolphins, as they'll think that 4th and 10 is a little too far. And I would agree. As Jake Browning drops back to pass, 2nd and 6, launches one downfield and swatted away, intended for Jamar Chase. I mean, it looked like a good ball, just a little short. Not the best, but what you going to do, brother? All right, minute 52 for the Jets. That offense has looked pretty solid tonight. Minus the fumbles and minus the self-inflicting wounds of penalties. This is a team that's looked fairly solid on the offensive side. And, weird to say that about Justin Fields. Very weird to say that about Justin Fields, but hey, it is what it is. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Bengals. Browning in the shotgun. They'll get a motion. He'll drop back again. Launch one. Ooh, I like that. A little jump ball to T. Higgins. And that gets them first down and some. While Justin Fields in the gun. And they will run the ball with Breece Hall. Get about 5 on that. I mean, a really nice catch there. Could have been an OPI too, probably, if you didn't catch that. Hell of a ball and hell of a catch from T. Higgins. And they'll get another ball to Breece Hall, 2nd and 6, and that'll be a first down. While Jake Browning gets the ball out to Tinsley for a nice little pickup. All right, minute 16 left to go with the Dolphins and the Jets. And they'll continue to hand the ball off. I mean, it's been working, but minute 10, you got all 3 timeouts. I would be looking for maybe a couple chunks here and there. All right, 2nd and 1 coming up for the Bengals. 2nd and 3 for the Jets, as that clock's still ticking. Justin Fields to drop back. Launches it. First down to Breece Hall. And the Bengals go ahead and hand it off to Chase Brown for a first down. Hey, the Bengals not looking too bad early here, huh? We just don't need a touchdown. Right, Brian? Jake Browning as, Jets and Dolphins are in commercial. Jake Browning handing it off to Chase Brown again. He'll try to cut up, and he'll get a couple on that. As the Bengals are in the red zone. Whew. And, I mean, listen, the Broncos defense is playing fine. Good coverage downfield. They're trying to stop the run. I mean, but Jake Browning is, again, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. You can put the ball about 5 feet in with them, and you're good to go. Yeah, Grayson, I'd rip that. It's Higgins with a little pickup there on 2nd down. Thoughts on Bengals team total over 16.5? I kind of like that. I mean, I think they can put up 3 tutties at least, and especially with the way this first drive's going. 3rd and 2 coming up. I mean, it might not be a pretty 16.5 over, but it'll get there, I bet, eventually. All right. Drake Browning in the gun. He's got 2 in the back with him. And he'll drop back. Pass to T. Higgins is overthrown. 4th and 2 coming up. I mean, again, we've been seeing a lot of teams go for it early here on 4th and short in the red zone. But it does not look like the Bengals will be opting for that, as the field goal unit will come out. No? Oh, no, they're keeping Browning out there. Is that Browning? No, that's their kicker. That's McPherson. And I mean, I like that move. I like that move a lot. Oh, that's right. We get wild card starting tomorrow, baby. And that is good for McPherson. Bengals up early, 3-0, 9:08 left to go here in the first. As that goes to commercial, we will go back to Jets Dolphins. 46 seconds left in the second out of timeout. Jets taking their first, and they are not to midfield yet. Wasted a lot of time just running the football. Franklin TD still alive, baby. We're good, Brian. The one. This has to. It's got to hit, right, bro? Right. Like, we get teased with the first one. I feel like Franklin's got to hit. As Alan Lazard helps the Jets shoot themselves in the foot with another penalty, 1st and 15. And really, it's got to be frustrating, especially for Fields. I mean, he's doing fine. They're moving the ball well, but these penalties and these mistakes are killing him. Justin Fields in the shotgun, no one with him. Got some time, and he'll throw it up the middle. Not a lot there to Lazard. And now here we go with some actual, going with some momentum now, going with some speed. 27 seconds left. Justin Fields drops back and tries to dink one over, but he'll ground that one incomplete. Give me a third play across the middle. I love it, Brian. I love that mentality. Vishal, I'd go with Kamara. I like what Chuba's been doing, but I think Kamara is just going to keep getting a lot of looks. All right, 3rd and 7 coming up for the Jets. 23 seconds left. Let's see if they can get a first down and at least get this ball across midfield, maybe set up for a field goal, hopefully. Justin Fields fires that football, and he'll get it across. Is that Braylon Allen again? I cannot see. That might have been Lazard again. Shit. Oh, no, that was the Garrett Wilson, finally. All right, 17 seconds left. 1st and 10 coming up for the Jets. As they burn another timeout. Again, if I'm them, just get into field goal range. Let's end this half with some points on the board. The Dolphins are receiving next. Alrighty. And we're about to get another kick from the Bengals here, and we'll see Bo Nix and that offense get going for the first time today. As Justin Fields, 1st and 10, 17 seconds left in the half. Drops back. Time. Gets it up the middle. Dolphins must have, I can't see it all, but Dolphins seem like they've got really nice coverage going through in that secondary right now. And only thing open for Fields is those check downs. 2nd and 6 coming up, 10 seconds left. PJ Network. Thank you for the gifts, brother. Vinny, give me a minute and I got you. 2nd and 6. Nick Folk. Oh, shout out to Nick Folk, still in the league. 56 yards is his long. Definitely touching that, if not a little bit further from here. See what Fields and the boys can do. Jets do have one more timeout left, but we're getting a timeout or a flag? Timeout. Dolphins. I like that timeout there. They didn't like what they're seeing, so hey, let's just try to keep them out of field goal range. Ooh. Do we have an early fumble here in Mile High? No, it does not look like it. 2nd down coming up for the Broncos. 2nd and 7 after a run play. All righty. 10 seconds left in the second quarter as we are back from timeout now. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Jets. Let's see what they can do. Oh, Bo Nix scrambling for his life already. Justin Fields drops back. He's got all the time. They're doing some prevent coverage, and it will work. 5 seconds left in the second. But there's a flag on the play. We'll see if the Jets are still alive here. But Vinny, my man, thank you for the follow, by the way. Who wins, Debo or Hampton? Man, bro, that's a tough one. I mean, I like Debo overall, especially if Terry McLaurin is going to be out for a couple more weeks. I think he's going to continue to get a lot more of that workload. Amari and Hampton, on the other hand, I mean, did the Chargers just all of a sudden go pass first? Like, this is Harbaugh we're talking about. He loves to run the ball. And I mean, I like what Amari and Hampton's done, but I wish that the Jets would go to him a little bit more, and they just haven't. So, excuse me, the Chargers. 1st and 10, 5 seconds left. The Jets are going to go for it, and another timeout called here by the Dolphins. So quick pass, burn your last timeout, set up for a field goal, I guess. I like Debo, though, for the season. I do, and I've got a couple of leagues where I've got Debo and Hampton, and I've been starting Debo over Hampton, and I've been happy with it personally. All right, let's see what the Jets do here. All right, 1st and 10. Let's see what the Jets actually do here. I mean, they're in long field goal range, but as the Broncos cannot get the first down. 4th and 1 coming up. Oh, was that a fumble? No, that was an incomplete pass. 2 seconds left. I say screw it. Try for the field goal anyway. Just go for it. And they will. Nick Folk coming out. Man, yeah, that play broke down for the Broncos. Their offensive woes continue as they're going to punt away. All right, Nick Folk, 58-yard attempt. This would be a career long for him. Try to get the Jets some points before the half's over. Oh, kick is up, and that is clean. He had leg on that still. That was beautiful. Jets 3, Dolphins 10 as we go into halftime there. Jets will be receiving in the second half. Excuse me. Misspeaking there. All right, but we do have a flag on the punt, it looks like, from the Broncos. Receivers are Nico, Quentin, Worthy, Hill, Godwin, Debo. Running backs are CMC, Mason, Pollard, and Henderson. Bro. Vinny, you out here stacked, bro. Stacked. That is solid as hell. Man, hopefully Chris Godwin gets back. All right, we got a holding on the receiving team. Okay. So solid pump. Going to get a little bit more legs on it. When we see Browning and the Bengals offense take over here. 6:48 left to go after a very non-spectacular opening drive from the Broncos. And that's got to be concerning. Oh, sorry. So should I do the Debo for hand? I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Oh, you're talking about trading Debo for Hampton? Oh, no. I wouldn't do that personally. Yeah, I don't know if the Chargers have just deviated so much from what their game plan was and who Jim Harbaugh was in the first couple of games here. That's where I'm coming from. Now, getting into later in the season, could they go back to a all run, mostly run first offense? Yeah. But you got Justin Herbert looking real damn good doing what he's doing. You might want to just let him eat. That's a hard one. That's a hard one, but I like Debo overall for the season a lot more than I like Hampton, especially just what I've seen out of the first couple of weeks. But that's where I'm at, Vinny. Jesus, who is dressing Jason Kelce? I mean, bro. Looks like he should be on a new season of Peaky Blinders or something. And how does Ryan Clark still have a job? I mean, he doesn't. I cannot remember the last time he gave a good take. You know, he's always on the internet just apologizing for shit. How does he still have a job? All right, user, what you want? Trade away Pickens to get BTJ. Have London, JJ, and Tet. If you believe in BTJ, believe in BTJ. I like him a lot. I don't like what his numbers have been this year, but I like him a lot. And Pickens, I mean, what do you think of the Cowboys? You know, is Pickens really going to be able to step up into that role and not get any flags? Hopefully. But we'll see. But yeah, Jason Kelce looks like trash. And again, he has a wife. Like, I mean, like even just going to work, if I'm wearing something dumb, my wife will tell me to go change. You know? And so I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's just get him off my screen. How about that? Coy, am I saying that right? Need Waddle for fantasy? I get it, bro. I get it. I'm playing a guy this week, and he has Waddle. He needs 40 points from Waddle to secure a win this week. So I hope they get you at least a touchdown, but not 40 points. All right, Browning in the gun at the 10. And they will go ahead and get about 5 on that one. 2nd and 5 coming up. And I mean, Chase Brown is solid. Like, I like Chase Brown. I think he's got a tremendous upside. Again, just, you know, having a QB change can kind of turn the team's head on their side. Upside down. Whatever. 2nd and 5 coming up for Browning. He is under. Oh, nope. He's going into shotgun now after that audible. Broncos defense looks confused. They'll get a blitz package going. But Browning, again, just tossing it up to Jamar Chase, and they are going to get a PI on that. Oof. And it's hard. It's hard. You know, I get it. Like, bad O-line. True. Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't want to let Jamar Chase and T. Higgins get too far out of it. You want to keep a hand on them, but those DBs are gonna have to be careful because Jamar and T have been around this league long enough. They know how to get those calls, and they will go get those calls if they want to. That one he didn't even need to try to. Moss just held on for too long. Hand fighting stopped. Yeah, great chunk play for the Bengals there. 1st and 10 coming up. And Burrow. Browning will hand it off again. And I mean, I will say I like the intensity I'm seeing out of the Broncos defense early here. And you know, yeah, do they go ahead and pick up that PI? Yeah, maybe. But hey, if I'm Sean Payton, I'm like, yeah, boys, you got to be aggressive and you got to go in there and make Browning uncomfortable. We've seen what he can do when he's uncomfortable, so let's make him uncomfortable against a piss-poor offensive line. All right, Browning in the gun again. He'll drop back, fires, gets it to Chase that time for a small pickup. Going to be about 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 coming up. I mean, just a nice under route from Chase. Everything he does looks so good, though. Everything he does looks so good. All right, Browning barking more orders at the line. 4 seconds on the play clock. They get it off. And another little fade ball, jump ball to T. Higgins. That one doesn't work. 4th and 2 coming up. And the Broncos defense is hyped up. Oh, they loved that. Bengals do look to be punting here. Oh, no, they're going for it. 4th and 2 at midfield. It's as if we just watched this happen. Let's see if it happens again. Because they're going to go for a bomb here. Or no, maybe not a bomb. They're going to go for something short. Defense communicating. Ooh, and they'll get the false start. They'll get them jumping on the Broncos. 52, Ellis, responsible for that one. Keeping this drive alive and keeping it going forward. As the officials are talking. Trying to see if maybe it was the Bengals instead. They're talking. Head comes up. Ball doesn't snap. Yeah, they're allowed to do that. Oh, and Jake Browning knows. Yep, false starters. Oh, they're going to give it to Ted Crass, actually. Oh, on the Bengals. Oh, they'll call it on the center. Wow, 4th and 7. Usually that call goes to the offense. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think the Broncos have done a pretty good job in the first couple of drives here defending Jamar and T for that matter. Yeah, they get caught up with one PI, but you're going up against Jamar Chase. That's going to happen. And not a good punt. Not a good punt. As Bo Nix spotting it at about the 30. 36 is where it's going to be placed. That is rough. Ball went out of bounds. Not a long punt. Not a good punt. That's tough. Oof. Oof. That's rough. That's a rough way to, get out of that. You think you got the false start, and then they're going to call it on your center for lifting his head and not doing it. I mean, damn. That's a tough one. And again, unbelievable. I hate this, I think, more than anything. And I always have this issue when I do my March Madness streams, for day 1 and day 2. There is no excuse for both games to be in commercials right now. There's no excuse for both games to be in commercial. I'm sorry. Just absolutely no reason. And I get it, timeout, TV timeouts and stuff. I get it, but still, it shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen. So, it is what it is. I guess I'll take this time to shout out everyone watching here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X. Y'all are the best, and TikTok. Don't forget that. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help us out a lot more than you know. But all right. Cool. Can they give the ball to H? I mean, Pluto, they were getting the ball to H. Do you need rushing yards? Is that the issue? Not all purpose. You need rushing yards. And I don't know. I need to do a little bit more digging into that. But that used to be one of my favorite bets. Was taking a guy like Achan, receiving and rushing yards overs. Oh, anytime TD. There you go, Pluto. Am I in the same boat? Do I need Pluto? Do I need him too? No, I don't. I need Breece Hall and Tyreek. Jamar Chase, Marvin Mims. And shout out to my boy Brian. We're looking for a Troy Franklin first touchdown. Let's eat. Trade Kamara, Marv, and Sutton for James Cook and Romeo Doubs. I don't hate that. I really don't hate that, Drew Gall. James Cook's been cooking, obviously. Romeo Doubs, I think, is only going to get better this season with that Guardian cap. Looks so stupid out there. He's like a bobblehead running around. All right, 1st and 10 coming back with the Bengals and the Broncos. We have about 1:50 left in the halftime of Jets Dolphins. Bo Nix in the gun. And Bo Nix will step up and run for a couple. Get about 3 or 4 on that. Yeah, 4 or 5. I'll be nice tonight to Bo Nix. Oh, no, you got 3. Ha. This is why I'm not that nice to Bo Nix sometimes. Most of the time. All right, 2nd and 7. Bo Nix under center. Fake the pitch. Tries to run out. Gets the ball out, but cannot be brought in. 3rd and 7 coming up. And again, I mean, this Broncos defense isn't that good. They're really not that solid. I just also have Worthy to fill your flex. Bro, you're chilling. But I mean, when you miss an assignment like that and someone's unaccounted for, I mean, that was a pretty good ball on the run. They just need to catch that. 3rd and 7. Nix with a short completion that'll get turned up field for some. Was that Sutton? Holy shit, it was. He remembers how to catch. Quinn, no, I would not trade Cam Scatterby for A.J. Brown. No shot. I love what Cam Scatterby has been doing. And plus, is Jalen Hurts even going to throw the football this season? All right. Bo Nix under center gets the motion going. Fake the handoff again. 1st and 10. Get that ball out, and that one will get turned upfield. Ooh, and that being Trotman. Don't look now. Broncos starting to get some momentum. As we will get second half kickoff in Jets-Dolphins. Jets receiving this one. Yeah, I mean, no coverage there whatsoever. Great route. Good ball. Ooh, and a nice return from the Jets. Getting to about the 34-33, depending where they spot it. Bo Nix will hand the ball off this time. Ooh, and a nice gain. Getting loose a little bit, but they'll pick up about 8 or 9 on that one. Whew. But the Broncos looking good. RJ Hardy not having a bad rookie year. Hoping that can continue. That was a nice run he had there. We in the red zone. Let's go, Brian. Let's go. Bo Nix hands it off again. Get the first down and some. Down at about the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal coming up. No, did the Dolphins really fumble that? No. I mean, excuse me, the Jets? Wow, they did. 1st and 10 coming up for the Dolphins. And that really has been the story of the night for the New York Jets. Fumble. All 3 fumbles, I mean, just rough stuff. Dolphins take over at about the 46. As Bo Nix and the Broncos still in red zone. They'll hand the ball off again. Oh, they're going to mark him short, so it's 1st and 10. First down marker at the 1. Oh, man. Come on, Franklin. Oh, yeah, he's clearly, that ball's out. 3rd turnover for the Jets today. All off fumbles. All right, come on, Franklin. Come on, Nix. Do your job and get him the football. Bo Nix empty. In the gun. Drops back. Fires. And just could not find him. Road Dog, I really thought Tennessee was going to get got. I'm not going to lie. I really thought Tennessee was going to get got. All right, 3rd and 5. Let's see what the Broncos do here. Let's see. Oh, wow. How is that possible? How did they spoil the touchdown? Bo Nix drops back. He runs it in. with a nice hole there. But I literally saw that 5 seconds ago on the Jets-Dolphins game. That's ridiculous. Ooh, and we got another bad injury for the Dolphins. Someone grabbing their knee or their ankle. Ooh, yeah, not good as we got people taking knees. Ooh, who was that? Oh, is that Gordon? Oh, no. Ooh, Tyreek Hill on that play. Looks like he might be getting injured. Brian, I know, dude. That was a hard one. Of all the people, Bo Nix. Come on, bro. He's a bum. Maybe we'll get it next week, Brian. As we're in commercial everywhere. Whew, rough one. Rough one. All right, let's see where the odds are at right now, huh? Dolphins 9.5-point favorites. Minus 750 on the money line, while the why does it do that? Why? Broncos 8.5-point favorites right now, minus 550 on the money line. 44.5 is the total there. Am I really about to just rip both unders? Jets with 37.5. Broncos Bengals with 44.5. I mean, if the Broncos offense can keep being that efficient and the and the Broncos defense can keep putting the Bengals on their heels, I kind of like the under here at 44.5. I wish I could have taken over-under fumbles today with the Jets. My God. Oh, man. In commercial break everywhere. Hopefully Tyreek's okay, but the way everyone was taking a knee and huddled around did not look good. Oh, and they got the cart. Oof. Man, two brutal injuries tonight in Jets Dolphins. T's and P's to Tyreek Hill. Oh, man, that's tough. That is very tough. Ooh, poor Tyreek. Yeah, he's going to be out for a while. Whew. Oh, they have it in an air cast and everything already. Oh, man. He knows it's bad, too. And I mean, he's smiling, he's waving, he's giving the crowd what they want, but T's and P's to Braylon Allen and Tyreek Hill in this game. Long road to recovery for both of them. Rough, man. Rough. Very rough. No trade now. Yeah, Tuna. No, for sure. He's not getting traded now. All right. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins after Tyreek Hill getting carted out. McCormick, I know. Don't get me started. All right. You're going to want to tune in tomorrow. Noah and I are going to have some choice words about that Arizona Cardinals team. Probably, Tuna. Probably. As Achane will go ahead and rip one off for about 11 yards there. Get the first down. 12:50 left to go in their third there. As the first quarter comes to a wind, 2nd and 9 going to be coming up for the Bengals as we flip sides. Ryan, you're asking a great question. Why are they passing with Dobbins in and running with Harvey? I don't know. It's blowing my mind too, but it's working, right? And, sometimes you just got to keep with what's working. And that's what, at least, and that's what Tyree, excuse me. Geez, I'm sorry. That was a brutal injury. And with Bo Nix, maybe that's just what works better for him, and maybe that's just what has been working better this week. And so you go ahead and give it a shot. But man, you would think Dobbins would be getting a little bit more involved in that run game. Trade Scat and get Keenan Allen. I'm a little iffy on that one, Aiden. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Dolphins on the 9. And Tua will roll out, and that was easy. Darren Waller with his second of the night. Darren Waller absolutely killing it. Gives the ball to the kid. What a guy. What a guy. Can't believe Kelsey Plum let that go. Right? Darren Waller was married to Kelsey Plum, wasn't he? I don't know. Yeah, I've fallen. I did see. I was watching it live, actually. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's done. That's rough. That was a rough injury. Him and Braylon Allen tonight. Rough stuff. And okay, extra point is up and good. Dolphins 17, Jets 3. And setting that one off of another fumble from the Jets on the kickoff. Just terrible. Well, we'll see if the New York Jets can get any momentum. Still a lot of time left on the clock. Jesus, McCormick. At least let the bone set first. My God. As now we're seeing the replay of Tyreek getting carted off the field. Thank you for not showing that injury a million times in slow motion. Really appreciate that that time. Because that one would have been rough. All right. Browning set to take over. 15 minutes on the clock. 2nd and 9. And hey, go ahead, pick up a couple yards there, pal. Mike Gesicki with... Chat's great, McCormick. The chat is always great. All right, 3rd and 1 coming up for the Bengals here. In shotgun, wouldn't be surprised if Chase Brown takes a dive here. Goes for it. And they will go ahead and motion Gesicki. He'll get set. And yep, Chase Brown up the gut for the first down, but we do have a flag on the play. No, I did not. I've been getting screwed on totals, so I've not taken that. I did not take that. All right, let's see if the Bengals can get anything moving here. And hey, this drive is looking a lot better than the first one. Suffered leg injury. That's the report they're coming up with. Woo! Yeah, it's the whole leg injury. Jake Browning, a lot of pressure, but boom! Boom! A huge bomb to T. Higgins. They're going to say he caught it, but there is a flag, and it looks like false start. Ooh, on the offense. That's a rough way to go. That is a rough way to go there. Oh, illegal formation on the Bengals. Excuse me. Even worse. As the Dolphins kick to the Jets this time, let's see if they can hold on to the football. Ooh, and they'll get to the 40 and hold on to the football, but we have a flag on the play. Would not be surprised if this is on the receiving team. 1st and 15 coming up for the Browns while we await that call. Oh, another false start on the offense. Just when I think the Bengals start looking like a football team, they start just getting all these penalties. Oh, flag on the kicking team. Thank God for the Jets. All right, let's see what Justin's doing. Oh, sorry, McCormick. It's Money Train. At Money Train. All right. Darren Waller, I mean, damn. Hell of a game back for him. See what Justin Fields and the Jets can do here. In the power eye. They'll hand the ball off to Hall. Yes, Road Dog. Thank you. As we're going to get a timeout here. 2nd and 15. Is there an injury on the field I can't see? Yeah, injury on the Broncos. All right, 2nd and 5 for the Jets as we're in commercial. And they will hand the ball off to Bryce Hall again, and that time will not work. Going to be 3rd and 5 coming up. What happened to Tyreek? Yeah, bro, he doesn't have a leg anymore, to put it simply. Brutal injury. More than likely out the rest of the season. Nothing confirmed yet, obviously, but got carted off the field with an air cast on already. That's not good. It's not good. All right, Justin Fields in the back. Shotgun. 3rd and 5, and what are we going to do? We're going to run the ball with Breece Hall again, short for a yard. So we're just not going to throw the football anymore? Is that what we're going to do? I don't get that. I do not get that play call at all. So 4th and 1, what are we going to do? We're going to run the ball again? I mean, bro, it's like... All right, come on. No, this time they're going to throw it on 4th and 1 because that worked great last time. Justin Fields scrambling, and he'll run up the gut for a lot, actually. He'll get to the 20. He'll get to the 10. Touchdown, Justin Fields and the New York Jets. Whoo! 4th and 1, that looked like a play that absolutely broke down. And Justin Fields scrambles, stays alive, gets upfield, and runs it for a 43-yard touchdown. I mean, great field vision, way to keep the play alive, yada, yada. And I mean, the O-line just got beat. The Jets O-line just got beat off of that snap, and Justin Fields with that athleticism, able to get up there. I know you're happy about that, big dog. I know you're happy. Whew, nice play there from the Jets. All right, 2nd and 15 coming up for the Browns because they can't get out of their own way. Jake Browning in the backfield. And they will look to pass here. Drops back, scrambles, rolls out right, and launches the ball into oblivion. 3rd and 15. Aaron Glenn stoked. Justin Fields stoked. The Jets stoked. They're only down by 7 now. Whoo! Comeback coming. Do we have a comeback coming? What are they live right now? Plus 290 on the money line. Do I rip it and just pray? I think we do. Let's go Jets. I like that drive a lot. Knee injury? Oh, shit. This is really bad then. Adam Schefter reporting that Tyreek Hill going to local hospital for imaging immediately. So, aye. 3rd and 20 coming up for the Bengals now. There must have been another flag on the play that I missed. All right, 3rd and 20. Let's see what Browning's going to do here. I imagine another jump ball to T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, obviously. Drops back, and he'll just do a little underpass to Chase. And they had blockers set up, but not enough. They'll get back to where they started this drive. It's 4th and 10. 4th and 10. Yeah, he was cooking them. Hey, there you go, McCormick. There you go. Alrighty, and the Bengals will be kicking off from midfield. Punting from midfield. Let's see if this one can get a little bit better. And they'll get that one off. Nope, but we're going to get a delay of game penalty, actually, from the Bengals. That's what's going to happen. Whew. Yeah, Zach Taylor cannot be happy right now. I don't know how you could be happy. Even if you're just a Bengals fan, I don't know how you can be happy with how this first half's going whatsoever. Well, the first quarter, I guess. Comeback time. Let's go, big dog. I like it. And the Jets will kick it within the landing zone. Ooh, and a big, kind of a skip jump there. And it will be a touchback with the Broncos getting the football. And yeah, Tyreek's just on his phone already as he's getting taken out in a full brace. That knee has got to be destroyed. Poor guy. All right, 1st and 10 coming for the Dolphins. 9:17 left to go in the third here. And Tua drops back. Lets it go. Ooh, almost picked off by the Jets. Intended for Waddle. Just got away from him, it looked like. Just got away. And guess what? There's a flag on the play. Oh, for sure, McCormick. For sure. And it's been crazy. I mean, and you always expect it. Not expect it, but understand, like, as an athlete and as a fan, like, bad injuries are going to happen. But I mean, shit, Malik Neighbors ACL yesterday and everything. I mean, I don't know. Are we in Met? No, we're in Florida. They got to have real grass down there, but that's not the point. No, the injuries get brutal and have been. All right, 2 under center. Oh, he fakes the handoff. He got me on that one. And he will get it to Waddle. And Waddle feeling himself. And look for Waddle to definitely get a lot more looks. Henry, I like that trade. I like that trade a lot. Great play call there from the Dolphins. Getting them moving like that. First and 10 coming for the Dolphins. Fake the handoff. Tua's got it again. He'll run for a yard. Nope, he'll get back to line of scrimmage. And honestly, I'm okay with Tua not, lowering his shoulder. I think all of us as NFL fans are excited for Tua not to be burying that shoulder, lowering that shoulder. All right, 2nd and 9 coming up from the Dolphins. As 1st and 10 for the Broncos, they're set up at their 20. Yeah, and they'll get a first down there too. This Broncos team looking stout early. And Tua with a little screen pass. And that one won't really go anywhere. 3rd and 8 coming up. All right, 3rd and 8 coming up for the Dolphins. Need something here, especially with the Jets getting that little momentum there with the Justin Fields touchdown. All right, 3rd and 8 coming up for the Broncos. For the Dolphins. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Broncos. Tua drops back. Plenty of time. Pocket breaks down. He'll scramble. Oh, and there's the late hit on Tua. There's the late hit. I mean, he was clearly going down. Oh, the NBA was awful this year, bro. NBA was awful. I mean, half of the stars aren't even playing this season. As Bo Nix gets it out. That's a nice one to Trotman again. And I mean, come on, these guys should know. Like, it's Tua. And everything we've seen with Tua, yeah, every time he gets touched like that on a run, he is going to get that flag. Every time Tua gets hit in the head, I get scared. Yeah. McCormick, I don't know, man. NBA's got to figure something else out, too. Maybe if they didn't load manage and actually played. Nice pass from Bo Nix to Sutton. But there is a flag on the play. All right, new set of downs. 1st and 10. You have to... Yes, Tuna, you got to anticipate the Tua slide. And that's all quarterbacks, really. Especially when they're going down and you take a couple extra steps and try to take their head off. Yeah. Yeah. DeHaze, I don't hate it. I don't love that you got to get rid of Golden, but I don't hate it. All right, 2nd and 6 coming up for the Dolphins. 1st and 10 for the Broncos as they pass midfield. Bo Nix lets one fly. That's just a little too high for Sutton. Tua drops back. Yeah. Gets it to Waddle for the 1st down. Ooh, but we got another flag on the play. Yeah, that ball was just out of the reach of Sutton. Penalties decline. Doesn't matter. 1st down. It was on the Jets. Believe it or not, the Jets got called on a penalty. Yeah, it was a good route from Waddle. Defense should have stepped up there a little bit, but what you going to do? 1st and goal coming up for the Dolphins. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Broncos. Tua. Dropping back. Oh, he'll pitch it to Achane. Achane gets in for the touchdown. Dolphins answer right back. They will go up 23-10 as we await the extra point. Bo Nix in trouble, but he stays alive. Gets the 1st down to Sutton, and Sutton with a lot extra. Sutton made it to about the 15, I think. And Dolphins line up for the extra point. 5:20 left to go here in the 3rd. And it is good, 24-10. Jets still down by 2 touchdowns. Bo Nix, good ball to Sutton. Sutton being able to break up field. 1st and 10 as the Broncos are in the red zone. Demetrius Knight is down for the Bengals. Whew, valuable part of that defense that can't really afford to lose people. All right, 9:05 left to go in the second here. Broncos threatening. Let's see what Nix and the boys can do. See what they dial on up. All right, here we go. They'll go with a handoff to Harvey, it looks like. And Harvey will get upfield. Touchdown. Broncos. 13-3. This one could be over before. Oh, that was Marvin Mims. Excuse me. Marvin Mims with the 16-yard rushing touchdown. 8:48 left to go there in that second quarter. 13-3. We could have a blowout on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We could have a blowout. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the Bengals might be able to get something going. I don't really have a lot of faith in it right now. They've been looking rough, and it hasn't helped. Like, nothing they've been doing has helped. And I know that they can always go up to, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins on those on competition balls. But do you really want to be doing that? I don't know. All right, we do have commercial everywhere there, so I'm going to take a quick break. See you guys in a moment. And we're back. What's up, D-Gens? Let's get it going. All right. 2nd and 5 for the Jets as they cross midfield. Justin Fields hands it off to Hall. Hall can't get anywhere, though. They'll lose a yard on that one. Oh, shit. You had Achane for anytime TD, too? McCormick killing it tonight. All right, 3rd and 6 for the Jets. See if they can get anything going. And that is a no. That is a no. They can't get anything going. 4th down coming up. Hope they don't go for this one. as 1st and 10 is coming up for the Bengals. After that, Zach Taylor is furious about something. I don't know. Browning in the shotgun. See what he can do as the Jets will punt it away. Fake the handoff. Throw it downfield into double coverage because I get it. You got it. He's got no other option right now. Oh, big dog is back. What's good, brother? Not looking good. Oh, thank you for the follow. Dude, they've been doing that all night, big dog. They have just been like, okay, let's do something really good, and then dumb penalty to take it back. It's insane. But they can clean that up in the last quarter. They're still in this. I mean, it's only 2 tutties. Need to do something on defense, though. And I think I have officially figured out the Bengals playbook for tonight. F it, Jamar and T are somewhere, and it's not working out great. And I mean, it's fine, but they got safety help over top. And you know they're going to be following them. And I mean, it's just a tough ball. And the corner's got great coverage. You feel like you need to get something started, get something moving, but dang. Jake Browning will roll out to the right. There's a flag on the play, going to be a hold, and that ball gets thrown away. So the Bengals more than likely punting here and going to lose some more yards on that. Oof. Oh, yeah, Tyreek is he's done for the season. He is definitely done for the season. He was carted off, had an air cast on, and was then taken to a hospital for imaging. He ain't playing again this year. I'll tell you that right now. And you want to know what the funny thing is? You know, we're watching this Browns team, 4th and 10, punting from their own end zone. And how much better would they be with Burrow? No doubt about it. No doubt that they are better with Burrow. I'm not trying to argue that. My thing is, how much better would they be? You know, because at the end of the day, you still have a shitty O-line. Defense ain't that great. I mean, like, the O-line is so bad and always has been. And yeah, Jake Browning isn't, doesn't have all the X factors that Joe Burrow does. Absolutely. But again, this is a team sport. They're running against the same defenses. Yeah, they probably play Burrow a little bit differently than they're playing Browning. But I don't know, man. I don't know if this, yes, it sucks that Joe Burrow's injured. Yes, I wish he was playing instead of Jake Browning. Would they be down 3-14? Maybe. Probably. You've seen him go down like that before with Burrow. So, I don't know. Encroachment on the Jets. And Aaron Glenn is about to make them all run miles this week. I mean, holy crap. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes them run from Miami to New York with all these penalties. Or New Jersey, I guess. We'll get a flag on the Broncos starting their next drive. And a loss of yards there from Adkins. Tua, 1st and 5. Missed the penalty. Oh, that was the encroachment. Oh, the Jets are so funny. And Tua just throws it away. 2nd and 5 coming up. Ooh, an eligible downfield for the Broncos. Penalties decline, though. They'll just take the loss of yards and down. See what Bo Nix can get going here. All right, Bo Nix with the pitch there. Ooh, and he'll get some yards there. Whew, big hit, though. We got a flag on the play, though. Let's see where this is going. Bo Nix is staying put, so I'm assuming it's going against the Broncos. Holding, maybe? They do love the hold. And we're waiting for another flag call here. All right, third down for Miami here. 3rd and 3. Ooh, Trey Hendrickson, illegal use of hands to the face. I don't know why they call it. Yes, illegal use of the hands. Yeah, okay, yeah, because he's just grabbing him by his throat and choking him out. My God. All right, Tua drops back, 3rd and 3. Jets D-line trying to get to him. They won't, but great coverage there. Whoo, Jets get a big stop on 3rd down. Let's see if the Dolphins are going to punt this one, which they should, and it looks like they will, too, coming off the field. All right, Bo Nix, hands it off again. This time all clogged up, but with the patience there. Was that Harvey again? No, that was Dobbins, JK. Hell of a run there from JK. All of his holes were clogged up, and then he found one that opened up and got in there and ran it up. Nice run there. Good field vision. Way to not give up and just bounce around, find the hole, burst through it, get the first down. Ooh, a nice punt from the Dolphins. But the Jets will try to return here, and they'll get yards on this one. They'll make it to about their own 40-ish, 40 plus. Ooh, okay. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill dislocated knee per source. Hill's in an ambulance on the way to the hospital to confirm. So, okay, not nearly as bad as we thought. I've dislocated my knee more times than I can count. And don't get me wrong, hurts like a bitch. Oh, it hurts. But honestly, that's the best case scenario that you could ask from Tyreek. And yes, he'll still be out, but it's not going to be the full season. It seems like Tyreek might be playing again this year. That's probably anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks, depending how badly he dislocated and if there's any tendons messed up there. Because that was my problem. I had to get surgery. Oh, wow. Hell of another run by Dobbins. But my MPCL got overstretched essentially and wouldn't keep my knee in place. And so they had to go in there and give me a new one. Shout out to the cadaver that gave me his knee. And yeah, and then that surgery, that recovery for the surgery took a lot longer than just getting back from dislocation. So I mean, hey, not bad. Matt, I'm going to say no. I'm not a fan of that because you got to take on Drake London. Oh, are they going to get him on hold there? Yeah. 1st and 19 coming up for the Broncos. As 1st and 10, the Jets are marching down the field with 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Another run for Harvey and met with a big collision there. Justin Fields drops back. Last play of the quarter. Releases it. Garrett Wilson. Incomplete. But we do have a flag. It looks like we will be getting PI. Whew. I thought he caught it. I thought I saw 2 feet there. As Bo Nix drops back. Wow, offensive PI for the Jets. And so erase the touchdown and move back a little bit. That is, again, the Jets just continuing to shoot themselves in the foot with these penalties. Oh, where's the PI? Where's the PI? I mean, a little bit of a shove, but they were hand fighting. I didn't really see an extension there. I don't know about that call. End of the 3rd quarter there in Miami. 2nd down coming up for the Broncos. 4:18 left to go in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 3. Harvey in the backfield with Nix. And they'll get the first down. We stepped over him there. Ref didn't see it, but he got stepped over. All right. Let's see if I know. Obviously, the Broncos want to see if they can get some more points on the board before the end of the half here. See if they can go up with a 2-touchdown plus lead. Bo Nix drops back, looking towards the end zone. Good coverage, and they'll get the short check down there. But that was some good coverage by the Bengals secondary. Nowhere for him to go with the football. And he took a lot of time there. He was trying to get a safety to move over, but no. And it's out of bounds. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Broncos. And they will they will fake the handoff. Get it to the tight end. Oh, no, was that Ingram? Who the hell was that? Anyway. Yeah, that was Ingram. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. I forgot he went there. But no, Evan Ingram, nice catch there. Gets upfield a little bit. 3rd down coming up for the Broncos. Yeah, they're showing the replay again. I really don't like that PI call there at all. All right, 3rd and 1. Some confusion on the Bengals defense. And Bo Nix will try to keep this one, but he is getting pushed outside. He'll make it back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 1 coming up. Now, if I'm the Broncos here, I'm going for it on this 4th down. Not just because, you want points or anything, but your defense has been handling the Bengals and has had no issues defending Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown. Browning's not having a great game. So, yeah, I like the decision to go for it here. You don't get it. Fine. Then the Bengals are on their own, too, at the 2-minute warning. Timeout Bengals. Okay, they wanted to preserve the 2-minute warning. Which I kind of like because the Broncos did seem like they were going to let that one roll down to the 2-minute warning and then get a play on the other side and eat up that clock. Tim Dog, yes. Kyron for Rice is a very good trade for whoever's getting Kyron Williams. Second and 28 coming up for the Jets. Bo Nix for the fake handoff. He's going to look to pass. Oh, intercepted in the end zone. So the Bengals will now get to start at their 20. Bo Picks returns with 1:58 left to go here in the second. Let's see if the Bengals can get anything moving. 2nd and 28 for the Jets. Justin Fields will drop it back. Nothing seems to be open, so he's going to start running. And they'll get him out of bounds. Third down and very long coming up. Justin Fields trying to get a roughing or an unnecessary roughness after fact, but no, I don't think it's warranted. Ooh, yeah, Edgar, you do. That's rough. But again, the Tyreek Hill thing doesn't seem to be that bad if it is just a dislocation. How severe the dislocation is and if any ligaments were damaged during the dislocation, that's going to be more telling. But just off of Shefty. If it's a dislocated knee, I mean, it's a month or two, but it ain't forever. Third and 24. The Dolphins want a call for delay a game, but they're going to get a new play clock instead. Look at the refs taking some pity on the Jets. Like, all right, guys, we won't throw this flag, but come on. DJ Moore, Nathan. Drop his ass. Third and 24 coming up. Justin Fields dropping back. Scanning. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. That was a bad interception. He was trying to force the ball in there. And that will get picked off and returned for a little bit. Ooh, bad pick for Justin Fields. Oh, they're going to say it was incomplete. And it clearly was. It definitely hit the ground there. I mean, that's not a bad roster. Not a bad roster, Edgar. All right, Nick Folk made his 58-yarder earlier today. .50-yard attempt, so this one should be a breeze. That one's up. And very good. Jets walk away with some points, not the points they wanted, but some. 13:09 left to go in the fourth here. 24-13. Dolphins up. Tua and the boys will be taking the field. And the Bengals getting a break there with that interception. Minute 56 left to go. Chase Brown will get the ball first for some yards. See what Browning can do here. Minute 35 left. They have 2 timeouts. And Browning will run with the ball, get some yards, and get out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd and maybe 3 or 2 coming up. Ben Shakur Krasky, Hawkson, Moore. I think Bill and Hawkinson would be good trade pieces. If you want to go and get a wide receiver, I'd probably be looking to move Hawkinson before Bill. But that's where I'm at. All right, Browning checking it at the line, 3rd and 3. And, the Broncos D-line will get there. Bengals are looking for a false start. And it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Timeout Broncos as they're trying to get the ball back now with 1:24 left in the second. And no, he didn't leave early. He just got off that edge and just beat him there. Whew, that was a nice rush. But now the Broncos with an opportunity to put points on the board before halftime. Ooh, let's see what happens. Here we go with a punt deep in their own territory. Good operation. Punt is flying, and that's a good punt. That's his best punt of the day at the 15, and we are going to get a return here. And he'll get about 5 yards on that, getting dropped at the 20. 1st and 10, minute 09. Broncos do have 1 timeout left. Bengals have 2. Justin Fields has that same look on his face as if he was still playing for the Chicago Bears. But no, my friend, you're with the New York Jets. Same thing, I guess. 13:09 left to go in the fourth quarter, and a nice return from the Dolphins. Get back to about 34-33. Very nice. We'll see what Mike McDaniel and Tua can get here. If I'm the Dolphins, I want to drive like we had, coming out of the first quarter and starting the second quarter. Just a nice, long, methodical drive that ends with a touchdown or some points on the board. As Bo Nix throws it underneath and not going to get a lot of yards there. And they are going to hustle it out. But, yeah, I mean, Jets need a pick here. Or they can just hand it to Achane. Yep. He'll get about 8 or 9 on that one. Franklin with a catch from Bo Nix, but we do have a flag on the play. Broncos seem to believe it's on the defense. Holding on the defense. Don't see that often. Second and 2 coming up for the Dolphins. Broncos first and 10, 42 seconds left in the second. Bo Nix drops back. Ooh, and just some butterfingers there. Drop ball, second and 10. Third down coming up as the Jets will get that stop. 3rd and 4 to be exact. So there, lost some yards there too. Love to see it. Third and 4 for the Dolphins. Broncos, 2nd and 10. Bo Nix drops back, letting the play develop. Throws it away. Jets looking to bring some heat here. And now they'll just bring 4. Tua not finding, overthrows. Ball intended for Waller, I believe. 4th and 4 coming up. So, hey, Jets get a nice 3 and out here after putting points on the board. Don't call it a comeback yet, because they need to put more points before we start calling it that. And looking competent and deep on the offensive side. All right, Bo Nix. 3rd and 10, 32 seconds left on the clock. Needs something. Fires it. Big catch there. Gets into field goal range. And they will hustle. 25 seconds on the game clock and the play clock. They're going to get this one spotted. And a timeout actually coming from the Broncos so they can talk about it a little, get everything set up so that they can get that field goal unit ready. But, hey, 1 timeout left, so you're thinking one more play and then, all right, let's just go kick no matter what. And I like that. Make sure you have the boys ready to get a little fire drill field goal going. All right, 1st and 10 coming for the Broncos. Will Lutz, his career-long 60. Back in 2022. Bo Nix in the gun. Drops back, steps up, gets the ball out. First down and out of bounds there. Great stuff there from the Broncos. 21 seconds left. They're going to, man. Ooh, Trey Hendrickson not looking good. Looking injured maybe, grimacing in pain. 21 seconds here. I would be expecting he looks rough. Ooh, he is not good. He's on a knee now on the sideline talking to trainers. Seems to be his ankle maybe. All right, Bo Nix in the gun. Ooh, hospital ball. That one won't get caught. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Broncos. Oh, yeah. Henderson looks like he may have gotten stepped on or something there. On the sideline now, standing there still, but he'll get looked at probably at halftime. Bo Nix drops back. 15 seconds on the clock. And they will. They will get some yards. They're not enough for a first down, but we'll see what that flag is. It looked like it was coming off the line. All right, Justin Fields and the Jets starting at their 3. Ooh, Breece Hall will get negative yards on that. They're going to be at their 2. Oh, man. Looks to be another call on the Bengals. Zach Taylor looks about as thrilled as Aaron Glenn does. All right, 3rd and 2 with 13 seconds left. They're playing a very dangerous game now where they want to take as much time off this clock as possible, but they don't have any timeouts. So I think run play up the gut here so you can set where your kicker wants the ball. And then, they're going to throw for it into the end zone. They'll get the touchdown. Oh, my God, to Sutton. Oh, Sutton doesn't look good, though. He's slow to get up. But wow. Oh, he's okay. Just got the wind knocked out of him, apparently. Whew! Hell of a ball from Bo Nix there. Great play call from Sean Payton and a great catch from Sutton. Third and 8 coming up for the Jets. Ooh, and they'll get the first down. Yeah, beautiful ball. And I mean, great coverage, but just a better catch, better ball. And that is 21-3 with 8 seconds left on the clock for the second quarter, excuse me. So, I mean, Bengals are going to do what? Try to return it, and then are they even going to throw up a bomb? Or are they just going to knee it out, go to halftime? Aye. .926 coming. 926 going for the Jets right now. 1st and 10. They're still down 13-24. Let's see if they can start going. And I know we're not in, 2-minute drill, but I do want to see them start acting like it. Every possession matters. Let's get this tempo going. Keep the defense on their heels if you can. As Justin Fields almost gets another ball intercepted. Well, I guess the first interception didn't stand, did it? So his first one of the night, but still. Second and 10 going to be here for the Jets. As Denver will kick it into the end zone, and they will get a touchback there. Justin Fields dropping back again, but we are going to get a flag before this play can even get started. False start on the Jets, of course. Of course. Because we haven't had a penalty on the Jets in like a minute. Aaron Glenn looks so tired of it. Like if he sees another yellow flag come out, he's just going to lose it. And yeah, the Bengals will go ahead and knee it out for half. 21-3, Broncos up. Denver also receiving the second half kick. Fields will get a ball out, but not a lot happening. 2nd and 15 coming. Or 3rd and a chunk, I guess. Need a lot more, though. All right, 3rd and 5 coming. See what the Jets can get dialed up here. Justin Fields drops back, and he's under a lot of pressure. But he'll scramble, and he'll be short. But there is multiple flags in the backfield, probably getting illegal hands to the face. I didn't see whose helmet came off, though, so I'm not sure who it is. See what they call here. Holding on the offense. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, that's clearly holding. But that should have also been illegal hands to the face. Offsetting penalties, if anything. But just calling the holding on the Jets because fuck the Jets. 3rd and 15, my God. This just gets worse and worse. All right, Justin, what do you got here? Dropping back now. Go short with it because, yeah. Oh, man, this is awful. 4th down coming up for the Jets. Will they go for it? Maybe. Should they? Absolutely not. But you're down by 2 touchdowns. You might as well know they're going to punt. They're going to punt. And Aaron Glenn. Whew, that is a man who has had a long day at the office. But, I just get to go home. He's got to fly home with his coworkers. Not going to be a fun plane ride for the Jets tonight. Not a bad punt, down at about the 26. So the Dolphins going to get another opportunity here. We'll see if they can put up more. Ooh. 9 more points combined from Sutton and Jamar to win. Jesse, bro, you might. I think you might hit. I think Sutton might get you all those points, and Jamar might not do shit. But as long as Jamar doesn't fumble the football, I think you're good. Would I trade machines? Oh, Mahomes. I don't know. I was encouraged with what I saw out of Mahomes. If he's sitting on your bench and you have other spots that need to be filled, then yeah, I would look at trading Mahomes. And yeah, the Dolphins going to hand it off to Achane here, assuming they're going to be looking. Assuming they're going to be looking to just run this clock out. And yeah, Tua, they're going to hand it off to Achane again for another 1st down. And he's at the 40. Screw it. Let him score again. Why not? Give the Dolphins a little bit of a boost. Tyreek to watch something at the hospital. Oh, Gio, your guess is as good as mine. I got to go hunting too. I have not started looking yet. Nice run there from Achane. I mean, Gio. I don't know. I'll give Ricky another week. I think the 49ers are just rough. Actually, yeah, I probably would. I don't think Purdy's going to do all that much better this year. But if you're looking for other wide receivers, I mean, just from what's available in my leagues, kind of like if Romeo Doubs is still available there, I'd look at him. I don't hate Xavier Legette. I don't hate Christian Kirk. I don't hate Jaden Higgins. I don't hate Adam Thielen. Calvin Austin, I don't hate him. DeAndre Hopkins is still available in this league. I'm going to pick his ass up. I wouldn't accept that. Plus, Genty is starting to run like he did in college, the Michael Myers stand. So I'd keep a look at that. I'd keep him. Oh, man, yeah. And I mean, I respect it to the Dolphins here. I mean, they got another pass play out. They noticed that, hey, we can go ahead and score this again, so we might as well. First and 10 coming up for the Dolphins. At their own 18. Excuse me, at the Jets 18. Knocking on the door. Jets will get some good little stop there. But I mean, 3:47 left. Shit. This is probably donezo. And timeout for the Jets so they can try to get the ball back again. I respect it. Also, do we know if Mike McDaniels has a side hustle as a drug dealer? I mean, every time they show him, looks like that guy on CSI that you would not expect to be like the kingpin, but he's the mastermind behind it all. I'm just saying. All right, 2nd and 10. Let's see what the Dolphins do here. In the red zone. Got to be thinking at least a field goal to just really close this one out. What the hell is that? Timeout. Dolphins. Mike McDaniel probably was worried they were about to get a delay a game there, but they did not. Devon Achane had himself a night. 17 carries, 96 yards. Hell yeah. Ooh, and some miscommunication there. Incomplete pass, but we do have another flag on the play. And if I'm a gambling man, which I am, I bet you that's going to be on the Jets. Man, they cannot keep it clean. What's the call, ref? Oh, no flag. They picked that one up. And Aaron Glenn wanted that flag. Apparently that was going to be against Miami. And Aaron Glenn can't believe it. Can't believe his luck. I am going to be interested to see if he rips into the refs at his post-game press. He might. It's been a very, very long day for him. That's for sure. Losing Braylon Allen. I mean, defense can't stop shit. Offense can't really get going. Or if they do get going, they shoot themselves in the foot with a flag. I mean, it's been a rough night for the New York Jets. Next ball needs Garrett for 423 yards. Yep, and I need Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. Two things probably not going to happen tonight. I'm sorry. I feel you. All right, 4th down coming up for the Dolphins. Gotta think field goal here, right? No funny business. And they are thinking field goal. 36-yard attempt coming to make it a 14-point game. It's up. And it's good. Dolphins up 27-13, 3:33 left to go here in the fourth with the Jets and the Dolphins in Miami. As we do have another minute 56 in the second half, in halftime for Broncos and the Bills. And I'll be honest with y'all, I'm probably logging off after the Dolphins game because I don't know if I really want to sit through this blowout. I mean, I'll at least have it on my phone, but I think my wife would like to see me. So I'll go and say hi to her. As people from Miami are starting to pour out now, which I don't blame them. 33, but I mean, crazier shit's happened, hasn't it? Crazier shit has happened. All right, Jets going to get the ball in not bad territory. Holy crap, 15 different starting quarterbacks for the Jets since 2014. I mean, I knew it was a lot. I didn't know it was that much. All right. And we're about to get kickoff in the second half of Broncos and the Bengals. 1st and 10 for the Jets. It's now or never. Can they put some pressure on Miami? Fields drops back, scrambles a little bit, gets it out to Hall. Hall with a nice little pickup there. Showing a sense of urgency now the Jets are. And you might as well. You're essentially in the 2-minute drill from here until the game's over. Jake Browning does not look excited to be playing more football in the second half. Justin Fields drops back. And he'll run for the first and get a little bit extra. And here we go. Jets getting some momentum with this up-tempo offense here. 2:48 left to go in the fourth. Jets do only have one timeout remaining this half. Fields back. Pocket collapsing. Launches one. Almost picked off. But just tapped away. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Jets. All right, Field drops back, 2nd and 10. Launches another one. Gets this one to Mason. Their tight end, and will pick up the first down. Justin Fields back again. Starting to get some momentum going, and they'll go right back to it. Another first down. Can we get a late hit there? Bro came over the top while he was on the ground. And Aaron Glenn can't believe it either, and I got to agree. 2-minute warning. And I got to admit, that's a bad no call. Because he's clearly down. And then out of nowhere, this guy comes and just puts his arm in his back. I mean, that's late as shit. But we're going to commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Jets getting some positive momentum going forward here. A couple of first downs right in a row. And, hey, let's see if they can make this game interesting in the last couple of minutes here, huh? as Bo Nix drops back. An incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're still up 21-3 on the Bengals. And man, do the Bengals look bad. Oh man! All right, third down coming up for the Broncos as we're still waiting to get back to that Jets Dolphins game. Quinn, no, I would not. 3rd and 8. Broncos trying to keep that momentum going that they had in the first half. They're at about midfield. Need to get a conversion here. Bo Nix scrambling for his life. Launches it downfield, and no. 4th down coming up. All right, we are back. All right, let's see if they can keep the momentum going that they had before the 2-minute warning. Fields drops back. Launches one. Ooh, did he get there a little early, though? Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Minute 56 left to go here in the 4th. Fields back. Oh, wait. That's a replay. Haha. All right. 2nd and 10. Let's see what the Jets can do. See if they can end tonight at least on a positive note. Fields back. Looking. Launches. Oh, my God. What a catch from Garrett Wilson in the end zone. Ooh, and this game's getting fun. 19-27, minute 49 left. We'll be awaiting the extra point. And I mean, hey, if this Jets defense can stay as tight as they were, I mean, we could be looking at something here. Now, you might be thinking, do they go for a 2-pointer here or not? I would not. I mean, yeah, you probably have to go get it eventually if you're playing to win, which you got to be. But damn. All right. Minute 49 left to go now. And they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Again, you got to do it at some point probably. Really puts a lot of pressure on the Dolphins offense when they get back out there. And Justin Fields will keep it and convert the 2 points, 21-27, minute 49. It is not over yet, folks. We are still cooking. Hell of a ball from Justin Fields. Hell of a catch from Garrett Wilson. Hell of a ball. Hell of a catch. Way to start it off. See if we can get a comeback here. Would love it. All right, the Bengals trying to get something going. They get to run the ball on the first down. Second down coming up. Again, let's remember, Jets only have one timeout. And so essentially, the Dolphins need 2 first downs. The Bengals pick up some positive yards on that play. Nice little run. All right, the Jets declaring the onside kick. They'll go for it here. It'll dribble, and it will be recovered by Miami. Now, minute 49, short field. Jets defense really needs to come up big here in this first set of downs. Oh, man, if that just had a little bit more bounce, that would have been good. It looked good. All right. Yep. The Dolphins are going to run the ball with Achane here. And he will not get far. Just back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. God, Aaron Glenn. I just want to see that. Oh, the Broncos fumble a fair catch. The Bengals recover. Ooh. And Dolphins will run it again, get a couple yards here. They need a chunk play here. They need to score. Or, excuse me, they need a first down. Minute 25 left to go. Mike McDaniels and the Dolphins can take the clock down to a minute with where the game clock's at. 3rd and 7. The Jets already used their timeout. So you run it and punt? And yeah, Achane in this one will take him out of field goal range. That clock's still going, so punt. And then the Jets will have about 20-ish. No, they'll have like 10 seconds left. That might be the game. And they're going to wait to call a timeout until the absolute last second of that play clock, which I like. Or honestly, you could go ahead and take the take the delay of game and set your punter up. Oh, no, they'll call the timeout. 12 seconds left on the clock. What will Mike McDaniels and the boys do here? Huh. What will they do? Because, you could just go for a little hook and ladder play. You could run the ball again. Nope, they'll bring the punter out. They'll put 1 second back on the clock. 13 seconds left now. All right. Jets need a block. Nope. Oh. Oh my God. Just their luck. Bounces at the goal line, back in, and dies at about the 1 yard line for 2 seconds left on the clock in a Hail Mary. And that's a rough Hail Mary. Crazier things have happened, though. And then great special teams there from the Dolphins. Whew. All right, let's see how this one ends up. Everyone's celebrating on the Dolphins side as they think they're about to go 1-3. The Jets trying to avoid 0-4 with 2 seconds on the clock. Yeah, they're going to try hook and ladders. Oh, they're running around. Looking rugby style. And oh, they had a couple, but wait, there's a flag. Whoa. And a brawl seems to be starting. All right, and that was broken up. Whew. All right, no, that's the game. 21-27, your final score. Dolphins beat the Jets. Hell of a game, hell of a night. I'm going to call it. Looks like Broncos Bengals is going to handle itself. With the Broncos still up 21-3 with the ball back, 2nd and 1 now. But hey, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to everyone here on Rumble, over on YouTube, X, and TikTok. Y'all are the best. If you like what we're cooking, please hit those like buttons, hit the follow buttons. Does help us out a lot more than you know. But with all that being said, have an incredible rest of your Monday night. Good luck, God bless, and we'll see you next time here on Degenerate Takes.